Okay, we are live.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. All right. So hang on. We have to say hi to people that are here. All right. So, which is basically us and Casey. Hey,
Hey, hi,
Casey.
Casey.
Glad it's on for today. I am too. I was really worried about Mika. So
Yes.
I was like, and a little bit worried about you, although my worry about you was like, I hope you didn't get washed away in the flood. And it seemed like you were probably okay, but then your message was like, oh no, we might have even more. And I was like, oh boy.
there's really no chance we get washed away in the flood. So
Okay, good.
the creek, that bridge,
Good.
the bridge you saw is here. The water's here. It comes up. There is, I don't know, a very huge, probably 10 times the width of the creek, stretch of just basically flat land with houses on it. And then there's a 10 to 15-foot hill, and we're on top of it. So it got to basically the edge of our hill, but it would have to rise 10. It just wouldn't happen. So we would be fine from flood damage, getting out to get propane, to get uh, gasoline for the generator. That's another story. But
Right.
even if it floods a little bit, that's not a possibility, really, other than walking over the bridge, the footbridge, which is real sketchy.
Yeah, I feel like you probably should, like
Yeah,
not leave your house.
yeah. Mm.
Do you have mudslides or no?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. There was water, so we're on a hill, but there's a hill right next to us. It's like a big, huge hill. So it's like a mountain, I guess. I don't know. And water was pouring down that and was going into the backyard and like pooling in the backyard. So my dad like created like culverts to like run and not go underneath of the house the best he could. And that worked totally fine. Like it was just like little divots in the mud that helped it not go underneath the house. But yeah.
Ooh. All right. All right, let's see. I hope Mika's doing okay. Yay. Hey, hey. I'm here. I'm not doing great, but it's not as bad as it was.
Good. Good.
Mika's on the roller coaster. I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
not doing great, but it's not as bad as it was. All right, Mika,
Yes.
I am happy that you are here.
Yes.
Um,
Mhm.
I hope that you go to the doctor because I
Yeah.
feel like this might be related to your concussion. Because
Yeah.
does it always
Definitely.
take this long for you to like recover or to set yourself like to reset your vertigo system? I feel like
um,
it's worse. Like this is a worse couple of days, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I just I've only had vertigo like a couple of times and never anything that just was ongoing.
Mm.
And the couple times I had it, I just felt like so nauseous and out of sorts that I can't imagine if I was feeling that way like all day
Yeah.
or multiple times a day
Yeah.
for multiple days.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had it before. I mean, they get dizzy a lot, but like not to an extreme.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my mom had it once, and she like couldn't get out off the couch for like days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. That
Mm.
seems like when you need to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if she saw a doctor. That was probably when I was like 7 years old. So I don't know, but
All right. So, anything new? Anybody got anything new?
no, I don't
I
think
know, me
so.
neither. Not really.
Oh, my brother went back to Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's new.
So he left. He left. He was here for about over a month, apparently. I thought it was a week. I think it was like 2 weeks. He was like, no, I've been here for 5 years.
Lies.
Yeah. And he went back to Pennsylvania. Nothing other than that.
I do have something new.
Tell us.
I have DNF'd a book for the very first time.
Which book?
I'm so disappointed in it. It's called The Boys of Summer, and it's like a memoir of some guy, a news reporter that used to be assigned to the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Dodgers,
Okay.
back when like Jackie Robinson was playing,
Okay.
when they were like winning all of these World Series and not winning World Series. And like the first couple of chapters, I thought, oh my gosh, this is a really cool, it's going to be really, really good.
Mm.
And then it like went back to his childhood and like all of this stuff. And it was just the writing in it
Mm.
was so hard for me to read. I felt like I had to pay so much attention
Yeah.
to what he was saying.
Mm.
And it just wasn't enjoyable.
Mm.
And I would have just kept going, but the book is like 650 pages long.
Yeah. No.
And I was like, I don't think I can do this for 600 more pages.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I've DNF'd it or if I've just set it aside, and maybe I will try to read it again later this year, but
Mhm.
I'm not reading it anymore this month.
Yeah. Mm.
I couldn't do it.
That's fair. DNFing is a good thing. I feel like I don't get happy when I do it, obviously, but like prospectively, it's a good thing. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, if it's 600 pages, don't put yourself through all that.
Yeah. I
So-
probably wouldn't have DNF'd it if I wasn't doing that 52 book club challenge. It
Yeah,
was my like book of the prompt was something like set during the summer or the whatever, something during the summer.
Yeah.
So this month it's like every season, spring, summer, winter, fall.
Oh.
But you have to have they all have to be 4 different genres.
Oh. Okay, so which one are you doing? You doing this one for winter?
No, I did rock, paper, scissors for
Okay.
winter.
Mm-hmm.
Spring, I did one called, oh, what was it called? It was a Russian novel. I didn't love it. I think I might have given it 2.5 stars. I really didn't love it. I know. I've never given a thing that low either.
Really?
I don't think I've ever given anything lower than no, that's not true. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I think I gave half a star.
Yeah.
I hated that book.
Yeah.
And then so okay, winter, rock, paper, scissors. Spring was like spring in Moscow or something.
Okay.
Summer, now I picked up a new summer that's a memoir, since I had the memoir, the history book for the I was like, I got to pick something that's similar.
Yeah.
So I picked up a memoir about a guy who spent the summer in Montauk at like a share house. And it's something about how they, like all the people that stayed in the share house during the summer, like became family. So I was like, well, this is kind of interesting. I used to always be interested in doing a share house during the summer, and I never did because who has time to like go to the Hamptons or go to like I just didn't have time with the schedule to be taking away weekends. It wasn't worth it. But sounds good. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Oh, I did some stupid romantic like romantic romance, like chick lit romance.
What was it? Just curious. Maybe I know. Was it Pumpkin Spice Cafe?
No, it was See You Next Fall.
Okay.
And it like I liked the premise of it. Oh yeah, I gave Beginning of Spring 2.5 stars and See You Next Fall 3.5. I like the premise of it, but I just I mean, she's no Maggie Dawson.
No.
So yeah.
What is a share house?
Oh, it's like, so in the Hamptons, you've heard of people going to the Hamptons in the summer.
Yes.
No. Yeah. So it's they have all of these houses that are anywhere from like gorgeous luxury houses to like crappy houses on the beach.
Okay.
Groups of people, like they have, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 bedrooms, and you can rent the house for the summer
Mm-hmm.
with like friends that you know, or with like a bunch of strangers. You're
Okay.
like, I want a bed. And some of them you rent where you have the bed every week.
Okay.
And some of them are like once a month. So
Oh,
there can be anywhere from like in a 5-bedroom house, you might have 30 people
yeah.
sharing the house, but it's like on a schedule of who gets to be there what weekend.
Yeah. But some people are there at the same time. Lots of
Yes,
people.
but
Okay.
yeah, people are always there at the same time, but I mean, it's on the schedule, so you know who's going to be there. But
Okay.
it might be different people that
Oh,
you're spending the weekend with every time. Like if you go in on one where like it's just you and one of your friends, maybe
yeah.
the rest of the people are strangers.
Yeah.
But
Huh. That's
yeah.
interesting. I've never heard of that before. I've heard of timeshares, but you are at different times normally. It is,
Yeah,
right? Timeshare, it's a property you guys own collectively.
right. And
Yeah.
this is that. You're just renting it for the summer or for the season.
Huh.
Because
That's
they do them
so.
at ski resorts too.
Okay.
New York and Connecticut, where you can rent a share house during the season.
Huh.
Yeah.
So interesting. It
Yeah.
feels like only a certain, like, not in a bad way, but a certain kind of personality would do a share house, like with other strangers.
Yeah. People that live in New York City and are like desperate to get out to the beach in the summer.
Yeah. Now,
And
where's
it's like
Hampton?
for
Is
20
it in New York?
in New York. Yeah, in the Hamptons in New York.
Oh, okay.
And it really is like a whole social scene for
Yeah.
people in their 20s, like for that certain demographic
Oh,
uh, in their 20s. It's like C and B scene, it's
yeah.
like the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
So I'm kind of excited to read that book.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will be good.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, most recent status. It's post-traumatic BPPV, which is why it's worse. But the treatment is the same. And I'm actually not supposed to overdo the exercises. Okay.
Okay.
Feel
Yeah.
better soon.
Hmm.
So it's like my usual BPPV was triggered by the concussion, but more strongly than usual.
Okay.
Any idea how long it's going to last, Mika?
Yeah.
I want to throw my tablet out the window after listening to an audiobook. Oh, The Last Party by A.R. Tori. Such a dark book. And you guys know I like dark stuff. I have 58 minutes left and you're like not liking it.
Or it's refusing to play.
Or it's refusing to play. How funny that like we read that differently.
Yeah.
You're
I just
like,
thought,
I'm gonna throw it out the window because it won't play and I'm almost done.
yeah.
And I read it as like, I'm gonna throw it out the window because I hate it.
One
Which
second.
is it?
Let us know.
Oh no, Mika, I know. Throw. Oops. Okay. I'm cautiously optimistic. Okay, good. I just took a shower and washed my hair without a vertigo attack.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
that's good news. Great start, Mika. Hope you're
Yes.
feeling better.
Yes.
I always feel better once I take a shower.
Yeah.
100%.
Agreed.
Same here.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing to do is take a shower.
Yeah. When I'm like, I'll be like angry, I'll be upset, or I'll be, like if I've really something sad happened or whatever, or I've just whatever, been upset, I just go take a shower and I feel so much better.
Yeah, me too. It's
Yeah.
like my favorite thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I only know from watching Real Housewives. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The Real Housewives are all over the Hamptons. So it's really popular for like girls in their 20s and guys, I guess, in their 20s. But then it's also super popular for people that are like the Real Housewives.
Yeah.
Who are, older and trying to be all statusy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, not liking it at all. Okay, it is playing.
Okay.
But you're going to stay with it. See, I always do. This is the only time I have ever said, forget it. I cannot finish this book. Can't do it.
There have
Only time ever in my life done it.
That's crazy. That's wild. I've done both. I've done this book is terrible and it might get good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've done that a good bit, and like it's turned out most like Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover.
Okay.
That book, I hate it. And everyone thought the hero was abusive, but I thought the heroine was abusive, and the ending was so beautiful, and I give 5 stars. But that was insane to me. But like there are I don't know, there are lots of I don't know. But I feel like sometimes DNFing is just better because you don't have to go through like the trauma of going through all of what, like, if a book is so, like you're saying here, it's so dark, and it's like if you're not going to enjoy it, but you might enjoy it in another scenario, why put yourself through that? Oh my god. I read, what was it, in 2022, I tried the dark, or was it 2021? Either way, I tried 2022, I tried dark romance as my first book of the year, and I was so excited about it because it was like my favorite genre. It sounded so good, it sounded amazing, and it was literal garbage. And I forced myself through it because I was like, what if he starts being romantic? What if he starts being romantic? He did not.
He did not.
And I think in book 3, I think in book 2 or in book 3, they're literally in court together because he's being prosecuted for crimes he's committed against her.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, I'm not doing that game. We're out. So I did not continue with the series, but I did finish book 1. It was like my first book of the year was garbage. It's like, okay, great.
That sucks. You always want your first book of the year to be like really great.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure though. It's a lot of pressure for that
It is absolutely a lot of pressure. Yeah.
I know. I might pick that book up again because this cannot be the book that breaks my lifetime streak.
Why not?
Right?
I mean,
I don't know, because I don't like DNFing things. I like, the guy wrote this book and it started off so good that maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to just leave it there. And the topic, I'm like so interested in the Jackie Robinson Brooklyn Dodgers, right?
Yeah.
I think it sounds great. It's called The Boys of Summer or something like that. It's like has a really nice cover.
Yeah.
I like to judge my books by their cover, and it has a nice.
Who doesn't?
I know.
I judge my books by their cover judging books by their cover is the only time it's acceptable to judge books by their cover.
Yes, agreed.
Like, people
and even that, it's really not okay because there are some great books that have crappy covers.
But the cover is the first thing that allures you to it.
I know, but I got to tell you, I was not crazy about the rock, paper, scissors cover.
Okay, well, the other cover you guys had may have been worse. I like.
Oh, yeah, maybe your cover with the paper doll. You had the paper doll cover?
No, I had the cabin in the middle of nowhere. I had the winter forest.
Hang on, what's the paper doll? Maybe that's not even rock, paper, scissors. Maybe that was the other one.
I don't know.
But yeah, I was not crazy about my cover. Ooh, it is self-torture at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, you only have an hour left. And maybe it'll get better. Maybe there's some like big, dark, twisty thing that you didn't see coming.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Should we read? Where are we in the book, though? I feel like it's been long enough that I kind of. Oh, I know where we are. They're scratching.
Yes.
So we got a bunch of dead people.
Oh yeah, or potential dead people, I guess, right?
Well, no, we do have a bunch of dead people.
No, only 2.
Dad and Grandma and Nick.
Dad and Grandma.
And then we have 2 more missing people.
We have 2 more missing people. Mom and Trixie. Mom and the niece, the daughter, the young ones.
Okay. And all of the dead bodies are gone too.
Oh yes, all the dead bodies are gone. So theoretically, we have a lot of missing people.
Okay, and we still have no idea who's doing any of this. Although I'm still sticking with my theory that it is the murderer is someone that we haven't met yet.
Okay.
Although we're halfway through the book, and I feel like the rules say you can't introduce new characters after you're halfway. I don't know. I'm making that up. I've heard a rule that says like all of the characters in your book need to have been introduced by a certain point in the book. Like even if they're just in a random scene.
Okay.
Like the last half of the book, you really can't be introducing brand new people that nobody has ever seen or heard of, who are like main characters, like a murderer.
Main characters, really important characters, I would agree. Like side characters, like the person who owns like the the grocery store downtown or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, they're going to be recurring throughout the series, but like they're not super important to the story.
Right.
I would say that I think would be fine. That is fine, I feel like.
Yeah, because they have to go to the supermarket to get groceries. And
Yeah.
if they're doing that in the last chapter,
Yeah.
somebody has to check them out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I'm going to write the author a stern letter. Oh, look at you. You really are not liking that book.
Literally, that's the plot of a book. And I think about that all the time now when I get bad reviews. That's the plot of a book. A girl reads a really dark, murderous book and says, I don't like this. This is misogynistic. Writes the author a note, and the author tries to come the killer.
Ooh.
And I think
be careful with that letter writing.
Yes.
The original story. Okay, cool. And usually in the retellings, the murderer isn't somebody from the outside, if I remember correctly.
Okay, yes.
I know, I feel like that's always true, but who could it be unless it's Connor?
I think Connor
could be the killer.
I think Connor's a little too obvious.
Is Daisy the killer? And if she is, why does she not know that she's killing these people?
I feel like Daisy easily could be the killer. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Mika, Casey, any theories on who the killer is? Because I agree. I feel like it is going to be somebody inside the house, like that we already know, but I can't think of who it would be.
Yeah.
People that I thought it could be are dead. Like I thought maybe it was Nana. Maybe Nana was going to like kill everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't want Rose to have done it because I kind of like her, but I feel like would Lily have done it? Lily doesn't seem the kind of person who puts that much effort into things.
Yeah.
And I don't think she would have hurt her mom.
Enough to be dragging dead bodies and hiding them somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I guess I'm remembering now. My theory would have been Connor and Rose could be doing this, or Grandma's alive and she's orchestrating it.
I don't think Grandma's alive. Unless Grandma and Rose are in on it, since Rose was the one that like checked her out to make sure she was actually dead. Yeah. But then where yeah, I feel like I hope the next what we read today is gonna be like really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, it easily could be. We're over half.
I know. I feel like things are going to start moving. It's going to be like we're going to be jaws on the floor all the time. I am super happy. Yeah. Oh, I know. I wish Nana was alive. Well, maybe she is.
Maybe she is. Maybe she could be.
I don't see how she could be.
Like you said, Rose pronounced her.
Yeah.
And her and Connor dragged the body away, which is absolutely possible. Or Connor did by himself.
I mean, maybe Connor's doing it, but I don't want him to be the killer. I kind of like him. He might be one of my favorite characters right now. Really? And I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay.
All right. So we're starting at chapter 21.
Yes.
How much should we read?
I have no clue. Hold on. Let me leave my remote on my bed. Oh God, there's my knitting stuff. Okay. I did leave my remote on my bed. Hold on, give me a second. Let me find it. Put my yarn down there so I can knit.
Ooh, and I just read the heading of chapter 21, and we are less than 4 hours to high tide.
Less than 4 hours to high tide. Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
People need to get murdered basically almost every single hour. Internet, Libby. Now, Libby, I had to get my audiobook with a different library because my one library expired. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is like it normally works out just perfectly fine for these sprints, but like for some reason it expired. And I'm like, oh. But another library had 4 copies, so we're good to go. Okay.
I feel like we've been doing 3 chapters, and that seems like where we always end up. But I don't know what the timing is. Should we just do 3, or do you want to try to do 4?
I don't know.
Let me see. So we're on chapter 21. There are 50 chapters. Oh, wait. And so I'm just looking at the page numbers. Chapter 23 is 100 and starts at page 170 on my thing. Chapter 24 starts at page 173. So that's got to be a super short chapter.
Chapters? 73, I mean, pages? That's crazy.
3 pages. 3 pages.
Oh.
So chapter 23 has to be super short.
So do you want to do 4 then? We could do 4.
Unless you think chapter 23 is like a major thing and we should stop after the super short chapter. No, let's try to do 4.
Let's do 4. Okay.
Cool. 21, 22, 23, 24. All
okay.
Right.
Sounds good with me.
21.
22. Now, while you're typing, I'm going to ask a question. Lily. Not Lily. Casey. There we go. Casey, are you in the Discord? I'm just curious because I thought you were, and then I looked back and I didn't see your little entry thing pop up, and I'm like, I thought you joined, but then maybe you didn't. If you don't want to join, I'm not trying to pressure. I'm just curious if you are or not. I mean, if you want to join, let us know. But if you're not willing, that's totally fine.
All right. Mika thinks the killer might be one of the missing people, like Trixie or Nancy.
Like, okay, yeah.
You think Trixie is the killer?
I don't.
That would be unexpected.
I think if it was Nancy, that could make more sense because it'd be the easiest shots. It'd be the easiest. It would be, oh, my old, mother-in-law and my husband who sucks.
Right.
We slept together last night. He still sucks. You know what I mean? So, and then it's like, let me get Lily out of here. Like, let me make sure Lily's okay. Doesn't see more dead bodies. And I don't know, do something with her, something like that.
I mean, she is the one that like sort of encouraged the drugging.
Yeah, let me just give her more drugs. Let me just put her in this like closet or whatever. So she doesn't have to see the trauma of or whatever, like missing. I don't know.
Right.
Make them go frantic or something. I feel like the next one could easily, if it's Nancy, it's either Connor or Daisy.
So who's not mentioned in the poem? Is Connor's, because they're just crossing people off of that poem, right?
Connor's not mentioned in the poem, no, and Daisy isn't really mentioned in the poem. It's
right.
just Daisy whatever, sister or whatever.
Right. Okay. Being one of the victims is such a great cover.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so is it Rose who's making sure all of these victims are actually dead? So which means she would have to be in on it, right? Because
yeah.
I don't know. All right. Let me put this ticker up.
Okay. Spoilers.
Right. And then, yeah, we don't want any spoilers. All right. And then we put the banner up 20, 22, 23, 24. Say done when you're done with 24.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. See you in a bit. Okay, I think we are all done.
Yes.
All right, let me get this
Done.
away. Okay, so, interesting.
There was definitely some revealing parts of those couple chapters there. Maybe
I was freaked out by that cupboard. I was like, whatever's in there, when she said the smell, I was like, oh man.
And just like once we opened it, it was even worse. It was even worse than I imagined. Like I was not expecting the dead bodies to be in there. I was expecting Lily and Nancy. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting the dead bodies to be in there with, you know, portraits, right? Yeah. I said Lily. I didn't mean Lily. I meant Trixie. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that, and that was just so much. It was just so. That's just so insane. And then it was Rose who said the insulin thing, not Lily. At the beginning of the book, I was thinking that it was Lily that was saying inject insulin in between the toes, but Daisy said that it was Rose who said it.
It was Rose. I can't remember who said it, but Lily is the one who is the diabetic, right? Lily's the one that has the insulin.
Yeah.
Or before it got taken away. I guess she doesn't have it anymore that we know of.
No, yeah. And she injects her with animal glucagon, which is probably going to be way stronger than human one, right?
I mean, it depends on what the dose that she gave her.
So, like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe this isn't true. I just watch you on TikTok who have diabetes. They have a thing that goes in your nose. It's a little squirt bottle that's for emergencies if you're passed out, to send glucose into your nasal passage. And I guess animals, you can't do that with them. So you need to inject them, and it'd probably be way stronger of a dose. So maybe she knows the proper dosage for body weight.
I mean, is this something you think a vet keeps in their bag as a matter of course? If not, maybe she planned this whole thing and she is the killer.
Maybe. But I mean, maybe not. Like, maybe she doesn't keep it in bag. Maybe you're right about that, because what animals are most animals diabetic? I mean, she's
like right, that's a weird thing. Like, it seems weird to me that a vet would know so much about like diabetic animals and have stuff in their bag to treat diabetic animals.
I think she would know about diabetic, but I don't think she would, like, I don't know. I mean, she is a traveling, like, she isn't just like a clinic vet. She goes places. She does horses, stuff like that, right?
Right.
And it seemed like she was carrying anesthetic in her bag for at least one horse, you know what I mean, or two horses.
Right.
Maybe she is carrying lots of things in her bag. Maybe she just has animal insulin there, because it's literally just a needle, and she probably has a bunch of needles in her bag, and then just a little tiny tube of glucagon, and she just has that in case she comes on an emergency.
Yeah.
It might just be.
Maybe it's normal. Maybe it's normal.
Oh, this horse is diabetic. Let me just pull up a little bit, shoot it into them, and then you're good to go. You throw that back in your bag, and you have it for next time. And now you can save if there's an animal you come up on, and I mean, I know hamsters can get diabetes pretty quickly. I think when cats get it, it's pretty severe, but I don't know anything else about other animals getting it.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. Wait, I like that. Wait. Where are we at? Okay, no theories. I wish Nina was alive. I think the killer's one of the missing people. Okay, where are we at here? Being one of the victims is great. Okay, done. I was so scared for Trixie.
Absolutely.
That girl was out.
She was out.
Like, that you would be so unconscious that you wouldn't even notice someone like sticking you between the toes with a needle. She was out.
I mean, yeah. So somebody either drugged her more, or Lily gave her too much. Or the amount Lily was giving her, that's like giving her once in a while, was an insane amount of, because she doesn't even remember. She remembers falling asleep, but that's it. So either someone gave her more or Lily gave her an insane amount. Yeah. It's also a little bit of blood between the toes. You would think a needle injection would not have. I mean, maybe it's just like a drop, but I mean, the sock off called them to it, and then they realized that it was a drop. But like when I get vaccine, it's like it's barely a drop. Like
I know it is kind of, I guess having the sock off, especially when Rose or whoever originally said, oh, we would do that's how I would murder someone, maybe made her think of it. But you're right. It does seem like, okay. Oh, yeah. The posing was wild.
Yes.
And like the fact that the posing made Daisy think about like a memory of when she died, but didn't die. But everybody thought she died and took her to the hot. Like it's weird that posing would remember that memory.
Yeah,
It doesn't. The significance of that memory is
it doesn't fit with the posing. And I also think that like you can't lie about that. Like you can be like, oh, I died and I came back to life. The doctors would tell your parents, hey, she didn't die. She just had this happen.
Maybe, unless by the time the ambulance came, she was back to life again. I don't know. I feel like this whole I died 3 times, I died 5 times. I'm like, this is just weird to me.
Yeah. I don't know. But I feel like the fiance breaking up with him because of that is reasonable. And people were like kind of blaming it on her, but it's like, she didn't do nothing wrong. That's a completely reasonable thing. Hey, you have children and one of your children just passed out, potentially dead, and you're staying here to, I don't know, do music. Go with her. Like that's completely reasonable reason
also, clearly the kids don't like you anymore.
Yeah. No,
So,
reasonable enough.
I feel like if that were me, I would be like, yeah, maybe this isn't the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should, It's not going to be an easy road.
No.
Whoever injected Trixie either wanted to frame Rose or was Rose. Ooh.
Yeah. Because the dad said the hitting on the head, and then who the push down the stairs was. Who was the push down the stairs?
I don't know if I wrote it down.
They've all died. The 2 people who died of.
Push down the stairs was Lily.
Oh. And then the poison was Nancy.
Yep.
Okay. And then the insulin was Rose.
I think Rose is more clever than that.
Yeah.
You think Rose is the killer? Yeah, Rose would never say, this is how I'm going to kill. If I was going to kill somebody, this is how I would do it. Yeah. And then 3 hours later, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that doesn't make sense that would happen. Right. Exactly. But something is going on between Rose and Connor.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know what though.
No. I mean, it could be that they're colluding, is that the word? They're conspiring together, or it could be that they're actually together. And no one's talked to Daisy yet, but I think she's alive because she was alive at 13 with her mom and stuff like that. Like she was alive. Right. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It is weird that still nobody's talking to Daisy.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, and they keep alluding to this thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like we have a bunch of Easter eggs in these chapters, but we don't know what they mean.
Yes, I would agree with that.
The 2 flashbacks, the shopping flashback. Mom is like trying to get it on with Connor's dad. Like,
yeah. Question is, where's Connor's dad? Right? Where's Connor's dad? What's going on with that?
I don't know. And all the questions you were asking earlier about Trixie's dad.
Yeah.
Like the poem was asking all of that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Could part of me thinks could Trixie's dad be Connor?
I mean, look, Lily was fast and loose as a kid. So yeah.
Yeah. Which is insane. Which is like the most like it doesn't feel like I don't know. It's just like first of all, why wouldn't you tell your mom? Not Lily telling your mom, but Daisy being like, hey, she's doing things she should not be doing at school. Not trying to be, don't tell her I
I
told you.
think because kids you don't tell on your siblings. I don't know. If I like, I don't think I would have told my mom anything about my sister, and I don't think she would have told our mom anything about me.
Older sister. Now, what's
No, I'm the oldest.
you're the oldest.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have if you found what's the
I mean, unless it was something like she was hurting herself or
Uh-huh.
something like that. But if it was just, oh, she's being slutty,
I
don't know that I would have. I think I would have been like, look, she's on her own. If this is how she wants to, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I would have told anyone unless I thought she was in danger or something.
My siblings are 7 and 10 and 11 years older than me that lived with me at the time. And they told on me all the time. Like, hey, she's watching a show that isn't exactly appropriate. And it's like a TV-14 show at like 11.
Huh.
Don't let her watch it. They're talking about like sex. And then like I'm watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend in the living room and my brothers, they're like, that's all in reference to inappropriate things for a 13-year-old. Mom, you shouldn't let her watch it. Or this book's inappropriate. Don't let her read it. They were always like telling them. I mean, they were, I'm 11, they're 20. I'm 7, they're 17. They're older. They are thinking, hey, I don't think this is an appropriate reference for. And I actually would kind of agree that maybe I shouldn't have been watching those things back then. But it was like, I actually don't like watching TV or anything in front of people anymore. I'm like, if I'm watching something, it's by myself. I don't want to go to the movies. I don't want to watch a movie with my parents. I think that's because of that, but whatever. But I just feel like that's interesting that your siblings weren't, or you didn't tell me as an older sibling, you weren't like,
I mean, we're only 18 months apart.
That's the thing. And my brothers are 18 months apart and they're, best friends are twins. So like they're basically twins. So in a scenario like that would make sense to me, not telling. But
trauma made her not talk.
we're thinking about Daisy here.
Oh. Yeah, like she's talking in her head, but the words don't come out, but most words come out. Yeah. Maybe there is something about Daisy that is just like a little bit off, and maybe that's it. Like she's nonverbal or something.
Yeah, which easily could be because she, surgery. Yeah, vocal cord.
I gotta turn on my light. I feel like I'm sitting in the all of a sudden.
Go ahead. The sun is setting in Portugal.
The sun is setting. All right, now I feel like I can see what's going on in my world. Yeah, maybe this is it. Like there is something about. Yeah, it would be stupid of Rose to pick a method that makes her look guilty and then go through with it. She's clever enough to pick a method that can't be traced back to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now we think Rose is not the killer at all.
I don't know. I feel like Daisy said in that moment, like it's like no one in that room would do that to Trixie. Like no one would hurt Trixie. Right. Everyone loves Trixie, even like Connor and stuff.
And if they hadn't been able to open that door,
she
died.
She would have absolutely died in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that person's plan to be like, oh, sorry.
Maybe unless she wasn't actually injected with insulin.
Yeah.
And they were just afraid that she was because of the sock thing.
Yeah, and it could be that.
But then if she wasn't injected with insulin, all of that glucosamine or whatever would have killed her.
Yeah, that would have raised her.
Okay, she must have. Yeah. Anyway.
And then, or it could have been that, that could have been adrenaline. That could have been like,
Oh, you're right. We don't know what it was she was injecting her with.
yeah,
It could have been like saline.
yeah. It could have been, literally could have been anything. And then, obviously, would have hurt her, but could have been
Well,
saline.
whatever it was, it woke her up.
Yeah. So maybe this is all like fake, so that like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like
I'm grasping at straws. I'm just
Connor,
taking it at face value that she was injected. I feel like I have to. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my mind because I don't know what's happening or who's doing it.
Yeah.
No words come out. I think you might be onto something, Casey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My sister's 14 years younger than me. Oh, you and Casey, Tina, have these like huge age differences.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you were telling on your little sister when she was doing things she shouldn't have been doing. Because if I was doing that, my parents would have, my siblings would have told on me. We went to the same elementary school. We didn't go to the same high school. I didn't go to high school, but we went to the same elementary school. They would have known. And my sister would have told on me for sure. And if I thought my siblings were doing that, I would have been like, hey, I think Gina's, hurting herself. Like, I think something's happening here. I think I would have probably brought it up because I'm so anxious about this kind of things. Like, my friend's older sister offered me a vape and I told my parents that night. And I was like, she offered me a vape. Like, I didn't take it, but I just have to tell you because I feel guilty about it.
I mean, that's good. I feel like that's the sign of like a really good open relationship with your parents,
Yeah.
that you feel like you can tell them that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't, I don't think I think the mom of those two kids was a heavy smoker. So they were like, of course she's vaping.
Vape is better than, yeah.
Yeah. It was no nicotine in it. So they were like, I guess it has to be okay then. But,
It might have been a double bluff. Yes, it might have been. Now Rose can say, who, me, the killer? Would I be stupid enough to be so obvious?
Yeah.
Ooh, Mika thinks it's Rose. Mika thinks Rose is a mastermind.
I think I honestly gotta think Rose and Connor at this point still.
Okay, so where do we think Nancy is? Do we think Nancy's alive? Is Nancy dead? Is Nancy the killer? Where is Nancy? She's got to be unconscious or something at least, because why would she not?
Nancy could be off a cliff.
Nancy could be off a cliff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like we got Easter eggs that we have to figure out what they're all about.
Yeah.
And we got to figure out who's going to die next.
Mm-hmm.
So should we keep reading some more? 3 more chapters or something? Yeah. 4 more chapters?
Now, while I get this chapter, we'll get this thing pulled up. Now, if she is mute.
If what?
If she is mute, if Daisy is mute.
Oh, okay.
Then why they're not talking to her? They're not speaking at her.
Yeah.
No, maybe they're just a sucky family and they wouldn't do that. They would just, okay, she doesn't talk. I don't care about her anymore. Maybe that's what's happening. But why wouldn't people talk to her? Also, why wouldn't she write things down? Like, maybe if they were a better family, I would assume she'd either be writing things down or they'd all know BSL at this point, right?
Or whatever it is that happened made them really just disregard everything about Daisy at all. Like, she's not even a factor because what happened, like, I don't know, turned them off of her for some reason.
Mm-hmm. What chapter did we start at? What chapter did we end at?
We ended at 25. Hang on a second.
I think we read chapter 24.
No. So done when you're done with 24. So we start at 25.
Okay. So it starts at 5:56, and then the next chapter starts at 6:12, and then 12, and then 6:19, and then 6:30. So I feel like maybe we should read 3 chapters then. Maybe that'll be over half an hour. That'll be about 40 minutes.
Okay. 25, 26, 27?
Yeah.
Okay. Chapters 25. Oops. 26 and 27. Say done when you're done with 27. All right. Casey thinks Nancy will be found outside.
Yes. Maybe she got thrown off a cliff, and that's where she is. And I feel like there has to be a motive for them to all leave the room, for them to leave the lounge where they locked themselves into.
Right. Do you think that's a good idea that they lock themselves in? I kind of do.
Theoretically, yes, but there might be another key, and then someone's gonna open it, and then someone's gonna,
Oh my God, that's going to freak me out. Nancy, I bet, is going to open the door from the outside and be like, what are you guys doing?
yeah, what's going on here?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Oh, that's creepy as hell. Okay.
I still think Daisy is dead. I see no proof that anybody is acknowledging her. Agreed. It's true. It's totally true. No one is, and she's even like acknowledging that everyone's ignoring her.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's a ghost. Why doesn't she have two other ghosts staying with her, hanging out with her?
I don't know that that's how ghosting works.
I mean, it could
Maybe
work like that.
the other two went to heaven already and they're not just hanging out on earth. Maybe they got the fast track to the afterlife.
Maybe.
All right, what chapter are we stopping at next? I'm going to tell you right now. We are stopping at chapter 27. Say done when you're done with 27.
Yes, we read 27. We don't read 28.
Do not read 28.
No.
All right. All right. I'll see you guys in like half an hour or so.
Happy reading.
Happy reading. Okay, we're all done again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're well,
Daisy's the killer
why do you think Daisy's the killer?
because she says something as if at the end of that, at the very start of the chapter, she says like, as if they don't suspect it's me, or if, I don't know, something that made me think she was the killer. I forget what it was now. And then she says that, she has secrets, some secrets are worth killing her, and she says that as if that applies to her. She says that she's angry that they don't suspect her, and I feel as if she's the killer, and as if she's alive, and as if she is mute or doesn't talk, or no one talks to her, because that was the last speaking role she ever had before she that was the last speaking role she ever had. So that means that she can't speak anymore, so she's mute, or everyone ignores her. And yeah, or at least that's what I'm thinking. What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking she's the killer.
Okay.
Only because, again, if she is, I'm going to have to go back and read this whole book again.
Yeah.
That's how I felt after the last Alice Feeney book, after the twist.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I have to go back and read the whole book again because
yeah,
whatever was happening is not what I thought was happening, even though I never knew what was happening.
Yeah.
But I think she is alive because they, like Connor and Rose were talking about her.
Okay, true.
Like, do you think it was Daisy?
Do you
or
think
something?
Daisy?
Like,
True, yes.
And that Connor was like, no, she couldn't, she wouldn't. Yeah.
I'm surprised they said it was that, because I feel like that was supposed to be like, we're supposed to suspect that it is, but I don't know. I really thought unless she basically just revealed that she's the killer in those chapters. For me, that's how I took it. I guess we took it differently, clearly, but
again, maybe she is, but I would have to go back and redo the whole thing, right? Because I'm like, wait, she seems to be watching stuff happen, or she seems to be coming in after the fact.
Yeah.
Like, she was upstairs with Connor when Nana died.
Yeah. I'm also thinking that,
or I don't know if that's when Nana died. When Nana was found,
yeah,
she was upstairs with Connor.
I'm also thinking that this has her now. When we're getting the perspectives in the past, it seems like partially, at least, or most, I'm feeling mostly, we're getting excuse me, from now talking about how she felt in the past, which makes me think maybe she's writing this down, and maybe this is a book, or maybe this is like Nana's next book that she's writing, or something like that.
Or maybe this is the book that gets submitted at the beginning of that author's note at the very beginning of the book that we were like, is this, what is this?
Yeah.
Maybe this is all a novel. Maybe none of this is happening. Maybe it's all of the next Daisy Darker novel.
Yeah. Maybe. That definitely could be a big twist at the end, to be like, oh, this was all fake.
Right. Oh no, I'm feeling a bit dizzy.
Oh. It's fine that you slow down your speed. That's completely reasonable.
Ooh, Mika, yeah. If you're gonna have to do your vertigo exercise again, let us know.
Yeah.
I think she feels guilty for something that happened, but I don't think Daisy is the killer.
Okay.
I don't know if she feels guilty for something that happened. I think somebody did something to her. Actually, I don't know.
Yes, I'm feeling as if people are angry with her, or just like angry, upset with her.
Right.
But I don't think she did something wrong. I think something happened, and that was kind of like, she maybe became more of a burden, because it seems like she was a big burden to her family. It's crazy to be like, hey, my child who doesn't have a heart condition, like, I love all my children except the one that's dying all the time. It's like, okay.
I mean, it is a bit of a hassle, right?
Yeah, it's just like insane. I mean, it's a hassle, yes, but it's like
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
you
Your kid
should
dying is not a hassle.
you should still love, like, you should
It's a
love that
tragedy.
child, right? You shouldn't love the bitch. You should love the one who's dying. Like, if you're gonna pick a kid not to love, don't pick Daisy. Pick Lily. But Lily deserves a mother's love. Lily deserves that, but because everyone does. But it's like, you're really not gonna like Daisy.
But
What'd she
again,
do?
I always wonder, Daisy is like, yes, my mother never loved me. But then I don't see anything in the mother's behavior that shows she doesn't love Daisy. So I'm like, Daisy, what are you talking about? Your mother is gardening with you right now, right? If she didn't love you, you would be locked up in the house.
Well,
So I don't understand why Daisy thinks that her mom doesn't love her.
that's interesting because I took it as, yeah, her mom looks like she doesn't love her because her mom, okay, so her mom didn't buy her matching dresses, which I know is a small thing, but it was, oh, I'm buying your sister matching dresses. It was always nearly siding with the sister, nearly not. Sister, I don't know. I just thought the mom just doesn't like her, I think.
I don't know. Rest as much as you can, Nika.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have many theories. I do think Tina could be right about Daisy possibly being a ghost. I go back and forth. I was back and forth too, but then Rose and Connor seemed to be this whole, do you think it's Daisy?
Do you think they're saying, do you think it's Ghost Daisy?
No, because I don't think most people think of ghosts as being real things.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess.
I think we certainly don't think of ghosts wandering around killing people.
I guess that's true, yeah. I mean, I don't believe in ghosts, but I feel like probably 50% of, I mean, I could be wrong. I think most people believe in ghosts. Most people I encounter, they are at least a little bit afraid. I mean, I'm afraid of ghosts, even though I don't believe in them. But I feel like my brother and my dad, like, believe in ghosts. They're Christian, but they're like, there's spirits afoot around me sometimes doing things. Like, they do believe that sometimes. Like, my grandmother may have believed that. So, like, I feel like I don't know, I assume most people believe in ghosts. And people who don't believe in ghosts are like an outlier. Huh.
Really?
But, yeah, I don't know.
I believe the opposite. How interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Casey, what do you think? Most people believe in ghosts? Good theory. I mean, I don't know that I believe she's a ghost or a spirit, but I think she's alive. But I think I don't know, like you said, she doesn't have a voice, or there's some reason why they think, I don't know, there is something weird about her. I've been saying that from the beginning. I just don't know what the weird thing is. But now they acknowledge we're talking about her, so I don't think she's a ghost.
Yeah.
I think she's alive, but I could be wrong.
And there is.
I also don't know why they think she's the one killing everyone.
Maybe because she's the least obvious. Now, I don't think,
because there's something going on with her. Like,
yeah, as I thought about it more, I feel like as we read more, I feel like she's not going to be the thing isn't going to be, oh, she's physically disabled, because she's walking around outside. She, is going upstairs. She's doing all these things. She's, I don't think that she's going to be physically disabled. I mean, I guess she could be.
You're right. She did go upstairs. She has been walking around.
So I guess she's not.
Like, maybe she's in a wheelchair or something.
Maybe she's not paralyzed, or like mostly like doesn't have use of her legs. Maybe she could be physically disabled in another way. But I mean, she was eating dinner, like she was picking up a fork to eat dinner, and so like that, I would assume, right?
Right.
She was drinking. She was doing stuff like that. So I don't know.
This is a big mystery for me. It's a very big mystery. Oh, most people? No. A lot of people are non-believers. Sorry, I was thinking about, where is Nancy? I know. Where is Nancy?
Where is Nancy? It's a good question. And no one seems to care enough to go look for her. I mean, Lily does a little bit, but like everyone else, like, who cares?
Well, I almost feel like I mean, I get why. If people are getting murdered right and left.
Yeah.
But then I feel like maybe they all stay together. Like, that's the thing that I would be like. I'd be like, look, all of us, we have to stay together because whoever is doing this is either one of us or something else is going on in this house, but we need to stay together. But then I might be like, why don't we all stick together and go looking for Nancy?
Yeah. That also could be a thing. Yeah.
I don't know.
And I also think people would consider, hey, and not in a great way, but like, you know, it's mom, and if mom was out there right now alive, I think most moms would think there's probably a 75% chance that most moms would be like, please just leave me. Don't come out here. Don't go, getting in trouble. Don't go possibly getting murdered if, the mom is thinking there's a murderer. Maybe not specifically Nancy, but I feel like
I think if mom is out there, she's dead or unconscious because
Yeah.
otherwise she would have come looking for them already.
Yeah, she would be walking around. She'd be doing things. She seems like the woman who'd be looking for things. She wouldn't be hiding in a corner. She would be
no.
She'd be going for them. Yeah, she'd be like, I have to find them, stuff like that.
All right. They didn't say, do you think it's Daisy? Do you think that Daisy? This could go on several ways, right? Do you think that Daisy is the motive, for example?
Okay.
True.
You think
True.
And I guess we assume that. Do you think that Daisy did the murdering, is murdering people? I think that Daisy, but no, it would be.
I don't think Daisy did it. I don't know. Like, do you think that Daisy is alive? Do you think that Daisy?
I'm trying to think Daisy alive and she's the killer.
There were a few words missing from my last comment. Do you think that Daisy ... is what they actually said? Yes.
Okay.
They might think somebody is killing the family because they blame the family for Daisy's death. So Mika thinks Daisy's dead too.
Yeah. I feel like that the Daisy's dead theory is starting to be less in my mind. Like, it's not as strong right now. But I could definitely see it.
I feel like whatever happened at the bottom of the stairs
is going to
be like a turning point, maybe.
Yes, I would absolutely agree with that. Yeah.
Are we going to read more tonight?
That's a good question. Okay.
I think this is up to you, Mika.
Yeah. Mika's. Yeah.
I could stay and read like one more round, but
Okay.
Mika, how do you feel about?
Yes, let us know. Because I'm good. Yeah.
This book is taking us a long time to read, isn't it?
It definitely feels like it. Yeah. Because normally we do 4. We also missed.
We missed, but normally this is the end. We're done by now, and we're
4. How many sections have we done so far? Is this the 3rd section or the 4th section? Like 2 days, 2 days, 2 days.
Well, we only have one more week left in the month, so this must be the 3rd week.
Yeah, we normally finish today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're only halfway.
Do you have any other days off throughout the week that we could do more because we missed Monday? I'm sorry, we missed Thursday. We missed Tuesday.
We missed yesterday.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time ago.
It does.
All right, Mika, what do you think? Should we keep reading? Should we call it a night? What do you want to do? But then if somebody is killing the family because they blame the family for Daisy's death, it means there's somebody else in the house. And I think there's somebody else in the house because where are all of these videotapes coming from?
Yeah. I don't even know. I'm not like I don't.
Unless Nancy is trying to kill everybody.
Who?
Like maybe Nancy blames everybody.
Nancy. Yeah.
For Daisy's death if she's dead, and she's now trying to knock everybody off. I think I need to call it a night.
That's fair.
Okay. Let us ponder all of these mysteries.
Yes. Over the week.
Yeah. Now, should we do homework or no? I hate to do homework on this because it's so good to read it, but I'm like, we're never going to finish this book.
I want to do homework. I want to do homework so badly, but I don't want to read it without you guys. We could talk in the Discord. We could definitely do talks in the Discord. I can create things to talk about it because yeah, we have what day is it? What day is it currently? It's the 20.
Like, it's fine. We can keep reading this until we're done.
Yeah.
In March. Like, that's fine. But
I don't know. I mean, you could. Have we ever done that before? I think we've done it once.
No, we never have because we've always finished it in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum.
And this is definitely a good book to do that with, right?
To do what with?
Like this is a good book to stretch out. It's not like we're reading a bad book. This is like
we're reading a great book.
Feeney, we're enjoying it. We enjoyed the last one. Like it definitely.
All right, we're not doing homework. Let's stretch it out. Like we'll just go. I'm back in the States the middle of March, so we got to finish before then. But yeah, we can do that. So no homework.
Yeah, we only have two weekends. We have no, not 2 weekends. 2 days left. We have 2 sprints left of the month. So we will be able to, I don't know, see how much we get done during that time, I guess.
How much we get done in the next 2 sprints. Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay. Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right. Have a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend.
You too. Yes. Mika, start feeling better, hopefully.
Yeah, Mika feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Okay. See you guys Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.